show. It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, we think it's funny. We hope you do too. But if you don't, we're gonna do it anyway. Hodgepodge, it's a show. It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, now you know what happens when we can't get together. Hodgepodge.
Hello, everyone!
Morning! I'm so sorry. Claire was dancing with a skeleton off screen right before the show started, which is why I'm having trouble focusing now. This is totally acceptable. So, hello, my friends, and welcome to Hodgepodge. My name, of course, is Miss Monica. I'm a librarian at the East Grand Rapids branch of Kent District Library, and my partner in crime here is Miss Clare. She is a librarian at the Kelloggsville branch. And this is Hodgepodge, a library teen variety show filled with book talks and gaming updates and special guest appearances and other such things. Welcome.
Yeah, it is Hodgepodge. It's a show. We have some interesting things on the plate today, for sure.
Well, happy Thursday, Claire.
Yes.
Man.
It's almost Friday.
It is almost Friday. I am so tired today. I am blaming the polar vortex. I just want to hibernate. But it's not happening today. Instead, we're gonna do some adventures. Let's start it off.
Hey, good afternoon. As always, we are going to start with our debate. And just to remind you of the rules, you're going to get 30 seconds. And when you see the time's up banner, please be respectful for your opponents and do not go over the time. And we're going to start with Ms. Clare today. And here comes the debate, which I want to add to our viewers that you did not see this ahead of time. And that is going to be cats or dogs. What's?
I go cats. I'm going first.
Okay.
Cats are way superior than dogs. They're basically the best roommate in existence. They come to you for food, maybe sometimes. They just most of the time run off, stare at you from a different place. They don't destroy things as much as dogs do. They don't poop outside where you have to go and pick it up with trash bags. They poop in their litter box. You dump it, you clean it. Easiest roommate alive. They don't need attention constantly. They just sit there, they cuddle with you. They sometimes want to murder you, but they will never actually be able to. And that's what makes them the most hilarious roommate of all time. No.
Okay. Counterpoint. Dogs. This is my dog. Her name is Pippi. She is the best dog in the whole wide world. She knows how to do lots of tricks. She knows how to jump on things on command and do agility. And she's very sweet, and she goes for walks, and she eats absolutely everything, and she keeps me company while I'm baking, and she's sweet and precious and cuddly and adorable and so.
Time's up.
Time is up. Thank you, Ms. Monica. Thank you, Ms. Clare. And I want to ask our audience at home, what do you think? Dogs or cats? What's best? Email us at hodgepodge@kdl.org.
I mean, I feel pretty confident about that one.
You just don't. Dogs are so much work. They're so much work.
Yeah, they are.
They love you, even though they're not that much work. We're competing to this day, but this debate is over. It's for you guys to decide. So now, I think it's time for some very, very important information about a gaming update in the realm with Miss Bethany and Miss Hannah. Because what else are we supposed to do this weekend when it's cold outside and you don't want to go outside?
Actual important information. This isn't just us making things up. No, this will be good. Okay, I'm ready. Tell me about it.
Alrighty.
Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah,
And I'm Bethany. Hello.
and we are here to talk about a couple games that are worth the hype. And I'm going to bring up a cool video game that I'm really excited about, and it is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. So it's part of the Ratchet and Clank series, which, if you haven't seen it before, the main character is a Lombax, and you get these super cool guns that you can upgrade, and it's in this cool spacey universe. And you get to just blow stuff up, and it's really fun and humorous. So this will be a PS5 only release. And what's really exciting about this one is it doesn't have a movie attached to it. That's one. Hooray! So it wasn't rushed. And there's another Lombax character you can play too. Like, this is everyone's favorite, Ratchet. And then here's Clank, his adorable robot friend. And then here is the new Lombax character.
Ooh,
They haven't said much about this one, but it's very exciting.
that is cool.
The rumor mill is that, could this possibly be Ratchet's replacement? Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be really cool. It's going to have unique Joy-Con controller dynamics. And if you just love Ratchet and Clank games in the past, and you played the ones from the PS2 and the PS3, you'll probably enjoy this one as well. And that's the one I have to share. What do you have to share with us today, Bethany?
Well, for my birthday, I received this game that I played a couple of times a few years ago. It's called Stroop,
Mhm.
and it's really fun. It sort of plays with the way that your brain thinks. So the idea is, if you read a word that is the name of a color, and it's in a different color than the actual name of the word, it makes your brain go like it's going to go on fire, right?
Yeah.
So this game plays with a whole bunch of those effects. So for instance, in round 1 of the game, the stack in the middle must describe the card that you play. So for instance, if the stack in the middle says red,
Mhm.
and I have this card in my hand that says 3, I can play this card on the red. But that would also work the other way around, because if I had this card that said red in my hand and this card that says 3 is out there, red is a 3-letter word, so I could play red on 3.
Ouch.
Yes. So this game can be very confusing, and it can be really, really difficult, and it can be a lot of fun with a lot of yelling back and forth and trying to make sure that you know that you're playing the right thing, and then realizing you're playing the wrong thing because the card says black and your card in your hand says black, but the card in your hand is not in black letters, it's in red letters, so you can't play it.
I feel like it's would be a wonderful party game.
It is. It's good for like 4 or 5 players, so not like a big party, but a small party game. Really fun for that.
Well, cool. I look forward to it. I'm sure it will make my brain hurt. It does look fun.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for joining us for Games Worth the Hype, everybody, and we'll go back to you, Monica Claire. Bye.
Bye.
How bad would you be at Stroop? Or would you be like, God tier amazing?
No, this was not a brain that was created for not just reading the words that are on a card and rather drawing comparisons. No.
Well, at first glance, I was like, I would love this. Let's go. But then when she was explaining it, I was like, what is happening? I don't understand.
Yeah, I did tearing the cards in half in a rage, and I accept that about myself, right?
Good.
So I didn't realize Ratchet and Clank was still a thing. I played that in like 2002. I didn't know that was still around. That's amazing. I didn't know it. I didn't know we were up to a PS5, which shows how removed I am from that particular aspect of technology.
Cats are the best.
Let's do a book talk.
Book talk. Now, this is a special book talk that I've been working with a bunch of librarians.
Oh.
So it's going
okay.
to incorporate a whole bunch, and all of the reading levels will be down in the doobly comments.
Comments is the word you're looking for there. Yes, the
Yes.
books and the reading levels will be down in the. How many books?
You'll see.
So I've been challenged to do a 1-sentence book talk. So my book is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. It's one of my favorite books, and I'm going to tell you about it in 1 sentence.
Primer. When 13-year-old Ashley moves in with her new foster family, she discovers some paints that, when applied to her body, give her amazing superpowers, except there's a lot of bad people who want her paints for themselves.
I want a saber-toothed tiger friend like Atlatl does in Clan by Sigmund Brouwer, but I don't really want to live in the Ice Age and constantly have to fight for my own survival. Wouldn't end well.
Sci-fi or fantasy? It can be hard to choose. Prince in the sky, surrounded by tech. Living goddess looking up for answers. Their fate is sealed by the other side of the sky.
Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warga. Jude never thought she'd be leaving her beloved older brother and father all the way across the ocean in Syria.
Anna meets a boy in Paris.
Cats, dungeons, skeletons, robots, and falling into video games. What could be more exciting than that? We'll find out in Glitch by Sarah Grayley.
Esther and the Accidental Magic by Tom Pico. Esther moves to the middle of nowhere, which should be totally boring, but then she encounters a strange old woman with her herd of woolly dogs, a trickster spirit, and 3 wishes which go horribly wrong.
They fall in love, but there's drama because he has a girlfriend and they're not supposed to fall in love. Will they make it?
So what would you do if the local witch stole your dog?
And This Is My America by Kim Johnson. 2 mysteries converge as Tracy tries to help both her father, an innocent man on death row, and her brother, recently accused of murder.
Will they break up?
My friends, I must recommend that you read Dracula, not that fluffy Twilight stuff, but the original classic, Dracula from 1897. You should read it.
Will they never get together? Read the book.
I loved that. That is all book talks from now on.
Yes.
That was so easy for my brain to pay attention to.
Yes.
Okay, although librarian coworkers, some of those, I don't know if that counted as one sentence.
You know, some with 5 or 7.
5 or 7, or like, and I'm a really big fan of a run-on sentence with semi commas and M dashes, right? So I'm okay with this, but I see what you're doing. I see what's happening here. That was great. So yeah, check the comments for the full list of titles and age recommendations from Kirkus. Wow. Good work, Claire. That was amazing.
I will say, Miss Joanna's book talk on Snapdragon made me read Snapdragon, and it's amazing. So make sure you read these books.
I told you. Miss Katie told you.
I know.
You like skeletons? It's full of
I know.
and art.
But there was a witch and they stole the dog. It's fine. We're moving on to the next thing. I don't have to reason myself to you.
Claire doesn't want to mention how many skeletons are in her home. All right, I've lost the schedule. I got distracted by.
We have our special guest.
A special guest. Thanks, moderator. A special guest appearance. Who could it be? I don't remember, although I knew before the show was ready to go.
Well, you'll just have to find out with the rest of the people.
Hodgepodge!
Hodgepodge! It's a show coming to you now.
Armando Tippett is my favorite. He's my favorite. Armando Tippett is my favorite Hogwarts headmaster. Besides Dumbledore. Why, hello, friends. It's me in Beyond the Frame, your second favorite former Hogwarts headmaster, Armando Tippett. Everyone knows Dumbledore's number 1, but beyond the number 1, of course, it's Armando Tippett. Now, I'm here doing a reaction video in order to boost my rankings. Not really a boost, but just keep them as I hear Severus Snape slowly working up the ranks. Now, I'm going to be reacting to things that are in a librarian's office. 2 of them, for that matter. And I know what they are, even though it's the Muggle way. For I am a Ravenclaw. Now, let's get started. The first thing up is a bobblehead, apparently called a Funko Pop. Now, why would a librarian have this in their office? And the answer is very obvious. They need something that always says yes to them. Very clear, very unique. It also seems to be for those who have never grown up. Not something I would have had in my office. And then our other thing we're reacting to today is this. This is what's called a cardboard cutout. Often they're with movie stars and different things. And this is a cardboard cutout of Edward Cullen from the Twilight series. Now, some of you might be wondering, why would a librarian have a cardboard cutout of Edward Cullen? And Armando Dippin knows. It is for practicing the perfect shh face without saying shh. So if someone's talking too loud, you simply make this face. Oh, and instantly they're quiet. So that's been Armando Dippin reacts to what's in a youth librarian's office. All right, friends, we'll see you next time. Remember to vote for your second favorite Hogwarts headmaster, Armando Dippin.
Special guest.
Why? Why do they have Edward Cullen?
Don't you have an Edward Cullen cutout in your office?
I really desperately wish I did. Okay, Miss Clare, practice your absolute best, like blue steel Edward Cullen vampire smolder. Ready? Yep, it's intimidating.
Yeah. No, it's your turn, Monica. Can you do that?
I don't have like that particular look in my repertoire, if you can believe it. That's not not a thing my face does. And maybe if I really devoted myself to it and put in the long hours of practice necessary, then I could come up with something. But so far.
You mean you haven't practiced it like crazy already? Oh. I was like, oh no, your camera's freezing in weird positions. Oh no.
I really wish my office had more twinkly, sparkly vampire cardboard cutouts.
I think everyone can say they do.
And like scary robot Renesmee dolls that they decided not to use because the Uncanny Valley was brutal. Okay. Well, thanks, mystery guest star Armando Dippin, for that journey that we took together. Hey, Claire.
Yes.
You know how we're in a polar vortex? We should probably check in on the weather.
Good point. All right. So we got weather, and it's coming to you now.
Cold. Back to you, Montclair.
Hi.
Thanks, Mr. Greg, with that accurate weather report. Miss Clare, what is that?
They're my skeleton friends. I have quite a few. We have 2 cats. I have 3 skulls. We have 4 life-sized, or 3 life-size. They all have names, and don't judge me. I really liked Snapdragon. But these are before Snapdragon, so I don't know.
Did you buy one of the 60-foot Home Depot skeletons when that was happening?
No, I regret everything. It was not in my budget to do that, and I regret everything, and I should have done them because, let's be real, that's just who I'm going to finally evolve into.
I was going to say, I feel like your house is like cute and tiny enough that if you had a 60-foot Home Depot skeleton, it would look like it was like picking it up like a giant.
Yes. One day.
Well, let's do 90 seconds of art while Claire casually cleans skeletons out of the frame.
Done and done.
That. Was that with Rachel?
Yes, from East Grand Rapids.
She made me some very beautiful embroidery ones, so I feel like I recognize those perfect, just majestic embroidered flowers.
Have you ever tried embroidery before?
Okay, so let me tell you, there was a time not so long ago, like several decades ago, when I was deeply invested in the Scarlet Pimpernel, which is this very old-timey book that is set during the French Revolution. I can't go into it, but the point is, I attempted to embroider a Scarlet Pimpernel so that it's a flower. It's this like little red flower, right? Okay. So I tried to embroider one because I was like, this is great. This is like me showing my fandom pride for this very strange piece of literature that no one has ever read. And it did not work well. I had the embroidery hoop sitting on my jeans, like I was sewing on my leg, and I sewed the embroidery to my leg, like to my jeans. And anyway, it didn't go well. I never finished it. It is one of the great tragedies of my life. But I'd like to learn. In summary, I would like to learn how to embroider someday. I think that would be like an amazing skill to have. Again, just haven't put in the time or effort to become good at a thing.
Yep. I embroider kinda, not really. I mend clothing with embroidery floss because that's a thing. I hope that's what I do.
I can make a sweet friendship bracelet with embroidery floss. That's my skill. Anyway,
fact of the day or something of the day. Are we doing a fact of the day?
We can do is it my turn?
Yes.
Fact of the day. Let's do a fact of the day for Black History Month. It's February. Let's do that. Sounds great. We're in a pandemic. Let's find pandemic related facts of the day. Black History Month. Oh, okay. So the concept of inoculation against like viruses arrived in America from Africa in the 1700s by an enslaved man whose original name is unknown to us because we didn't bother writing that down. But he's called Onesimus by the Puritan minister Cotton Mather. And so the practice of inoculating against smallpox that Onesimus introduced saved many, many lives. Onesimus. So he introduced this idea of inoculating yourself against smallpox, and it saved a bunch of people, but his contribution pretty much vanished from history. Onesimus. Saving people from smallpox. That's my fact of the day.
And that is an amazing fun fact that I definitely did not know.
I did not know that either, which I guess is not unsurprising.
Sadly.
Well, okay. What else got? Fact of the day, weather report, 90 seconds of art.
Book talks aplenty.
Book talks aplenty, Armando Dippet, and me winning the debate that my dog is better than cat. Hey, sounds good. Thanks so much for joining us for Hodgepodge, and we will see you next week. Hodgepodge!
Hodgepodge, it's a show. It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, we think it's funny. We hope you do too. But if you don't, we're gonna do it anyway. Hodgepodge, it's a show. It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, now you know what happens when we can't get together.